All right, let's see. I have done one, I believe, from this same show, but not this song. Paco De Lucia Tarantas. Let's check it out. Paco De Lucia, the god of guitar. Hear that? This is just. He's playing his own arpeggio and a riff over that. There's like three melodies going on here. Look at that. How he was playing that on the neck. Look at that. Finger control is insane. I wonder if they're nickel wound now on top. It's even when he's being at his simplest, it's just look at this song is just full of coming right out of pocket with stuff. Weird. Look at that.
Carrefour de la guitare reçoit aujourd'hui principalement.
Oops. All right. Now, one thing you got to understand, like when he's playing, he's doing like what would be like if you were to like kind of do this on say like a synthesizer or something like that, you would notice that you have like three melodies at least going on here because you have like just the arpeggio going on. Okay, so you already have a but that's got its own melody along with it. Over top of that, there's another melody. All this being played by one guy with two hands. And one could say there's even you could say there's a fourth melody because all of it together creates a whole nother melody. So it's just yeah. If you haven't seen any Paco De Lucia, we have like a playlist of a ton of just awesome performances that are just mind boggling from this gentleman. His innovative push on this genre of flamenco has also given way to a lot of the guitarists that we see today in a lot of genres, and a lot of guitarists that we don't even think of that were inspired by not just Paco himself but the genre itself. I mean, the guitarist of the Doors, nobody ever really, the normal regular person never really thinks about it, but he played guitar more akin to the way flamenco players would play. When you watch the style of, he doesn't play with a pick, he plays with his fingers. Jeff Beck also played without a pick, but I wouldn't put him in the even close to the flamenco. He had his own like jazzy way of doing things, but um yeah, the guitarist, he was a big fan of, studied flamenco and stuff. So, um, just in that little sense. And then you got all these other, I mean, even Keith Richards himself has mentioned, Paco de Lucia, being, the best there is. Obviously, influenced him in some way for him to even, utter those words. This is Keith Richards we're talking about. Dude's been around since the guitar was invented. But no, in all seriousness though, this is the stuff that really um shows where a lot of these incredible players and stuff that we have today, like where this originally kind of got birthed of, and what he was one of the innovators that pushed this genre forward. When this genre started, it didn't even have guitar in it. That it was not. It was singing and dancing, and then it started incorporating these other things, and now it's a completely guitar driven genre that we are, even the people that don't know that they're grateful for it are grateful for it. You just don't realize how grateful you are because all this other technical stuff and all this, there's been so much of that has been birthed from, places and things and genres that you never even knew about or thought of, and you got to remember too, we're all awfully region locked to a lot of stuff still to this day, even with the big internets. You got to follow people's suggestions rather than following algorithms, which is um, what we're in the habit of doing. But yeah, this is another just incredible, just mind-boggling performance. I could go on and on about the technical stuff going on, and I think I heard somebody mention before that he used metal strings for the top. That would surprise me from the sharpness, but also a fresh set of nylon strings, and they got different kinds. They're not all like bronze. They, I believe, they got like nickel and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, the whole it would it wouldn't surprise me a bit that he would mix sets to give him this distinct sound that when you hear him you know it. And all of these there's some big key players in this genre, you know, like Al Di Meola, John McLaughlin, Tomatito. Yeah, I could go on. There's a bunch, and you know they are all very distinct, but all at the same time, they all are a tiny piece of a very big genre to dig into. So I encourage any of you out there, especially aspiring guitarists, definitely go check this man out. Go check out flamenco and stuff like that. So we got like playlists and stuff revolved around just him alone and flamenco. So yeah, highly encourage you to check that out if you want to speed run and check out some of the um, stuff that we have found and been suggested along the way. Because wow, awesome stuff, man. Paco De Lucia once again, man. Tarantas. Just yeah, awesome. This really, and again, this is another suggestion. This is what we do, but this is just yeah another incredible example of something that in a way it's genius in its simplicity. If you just listen to the overall melody, it's got this, but it's like so layered and so and it's so technical, and it really, all those technical guitarists out there, they're just like very appreciative of Paco and those like him. So yeah, definitely check this guy out. He's the one to definitely check out if you want to start down the flamenco path. But there are a lot of I have uh the Al Di Meola Elegant Gypsy album is a great album to see flamenco even come in through the 70s and into the 80s and stuff. And flamenco is still being put out and made to this day, and has also innovated and at the same time also showed its traditional roots. So it's a very awesome genre to check out. So yeah, you should go check that out. Just saying.